So vintage is kind of akin to film in some ways, but it adds sort of a couple different elements to it, some blurring, some vignetting, and you can control that all here, and there's some really cool looks. It allows you to turn a lens blur on the outside on or off if you want it. Okay, continuing with stylistic stuff, Retrolux. It has some pretty wild throwback styles in there. They add a little bit of texture, which is really cool. They have, you know, a set of parameters that you're mostly used to. The two that I would maybe draw your attention to where they're different is you can like have these like scratches that add texture. You can also have these light leaks in your image as well. And the other button I want to show you is this shuffle button. So this will kind of like change the parameters, and it's kind of a roll of the dice for what you get. So kind of cool. Grunge operates in a very similar way to Retrolux, but I would say it's even more aggressive with its textures, but it has the same shuffle feature. Drama, similar deal. It's not quite as artistic, but more like essentially like really dramatic, heavy edits. HDRscape. So you have to think about this in point in time. This was released when like HDR was like really cutting edge. And so it tries to kind of like replicate like what an HDR effect does. At this point in time, Snapseed still does not support HDR, but yeah, that's kind of what this is doing. But to be quite honest with you, you can get some cool effects with this, but like most phones today can capture really good HDR, and like your stock HDR photos probably look better than this does. But anyways, that's a whole group of, stylistic tools. There's a little bit of quirks to them, but generally if you get one, you get all of them, and it's really up to you to check them out and see if they're your style.